Man, I had to go live before I get to work. They want us coming in early this morning. Good morning. I'm about to put my phone however I could get it. Let's see. Yeah, they done indicted Diddy. Man, I'm on my way to work. They done indicted P. Diddy. Man, I had to go live while I'm on my way to work. It's so serious. It is so serious. Man. P. Diddy, man. Diddy is toe up. He is toe up. Man, they done unsealed that indictment. Now they done gave P. Diddy. They done gave P. Diddy some similar charges to R. Kelly. Now, his look a little worse than R. Kelly's. I ain't gonna lie. And I was in a video last night saying that he was gonna fight this case tooth and nail, and I'm pretty sure he is. But man, you know the feds, they take one thing about the federal government is they take your charges, and I'm pretty sure anybody that dealt with the criminal justice system, they railroad your charges. You know, they take a bunch of things and they throw a million counts on you. That's how the feds work. They take whatever they're gonna try to charge you with and give you damn near 40 fucking indictments. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to beat all 40 of them. You know what I mean? Because man, what you gonna do if they charging you with something and then they got a witness stating that's what you done? You know, so P. Diddy, I don't know, he might try to plead out. You know, he just might. You know, I don't know how old P. Diddy is, but he gonna do some time off this. He gonna do some time off this, man, because the feds, they not gonna, what's up with it? Yeah, the feds, they not gonna charge you and then you just walk. That ain't gonna happen. You know, this P. Diddy news came out this morning. Well, last night they said they arrested P. Diddy. So, but we didn't know what the charges was. But we all knew, you know what I mean? We've been seeing it in the news. But it's all stemming from that Cassidy incident. Now, what he tried to do is when she filed a lawsuit against him for everything he done, he tried to kind of go on and pay her real quick and go on and get that out the way so it wouldn't be in the headlines like that. But right when she filed her allegations on him, a lot of people came right behind her and did the same thing, and that kind of hurt him a little bit. And you know, they raided his homes and all that, but the whole thing I was tripping on when they raided his homes, I didn't really I thought they was gonna arrest him right then, and it seemed like a lot of people thought that too. You know, but when they didn't arrest him and then all this time went by, I mean, to be honest with you, it was out of the news, out of the headlines, with nobody really talking about it. So I was like, okay, well, you know, a lot of people are starting to say, well, you know, that's P. Diddy. He got a lot of money. You know, they really couldn't do nothing with him. You know, and then he got a lot of sex tapes on a lot of celebrities or whatever. So they feel like, you know, he could use that as blackmail or some leverage. So they felt like the feds kind of backed up off him, you know, and kind of, you know, just, you know, it wasn't what they thought it was. You know what I mean? But at the same time, now they done arrested him, you know, and they talking about sex trafficking, racketeering, running a criminal organization. You know, all these classic charges that we know the feds use that stick. They stick. You know, that racketeering, that sex trafficking, running a criminal organization. When you hear stuff like that inside somebody's indictment, it's gonna be hard to get from up under that. It's gonna be hard to get from up under that. I ain't fit to lie to you. It's gonna be hard for P Diddy to get from up under that racketeering, sex trafficking, and running a criminal organization, because you got to realize, if you running a record label and you a public figure, somebody could just say, oh, well, in his party, you know, he be passing around, drugs or whatever the case may be, you know, yeah, I was at one of his parties and I bought some powder, or something like that, So from right there, you could have sold $10 worth of powder and made $100 million legit. They could still say you're running a criminal organization, because guess what? It was illegal activities going on in your circle and you profited off of it. You know what I mean? So it's like P. Diddy, them are the classic charges. I mean, the feds, I hate to say it, but that's the classic charge that they come with, that you see a lot of cats when they facing these RICO charges and these indictments, they can't get from up under them charges. They can't get from up under them charges, man. They can't. That racketeering, running a criminal organization, they can't get from up under that. I thought to myself, you know what? They gonna crack that indictment. They gonna have some stuff on Diddy, but that man got bread. He gonna bail out. His lawyers gonna chew a lot of those charges up, and P. Diddy gonna be out of there. Yeah, how you doing, man? I'm doing good this morning. On my way to work, I had to go live to talk about this P. Diddy stuff, man. It's hot news right now, man, and they just cracked that indictment. I got a meeting this morning. They got me going to work a little early, so I had to jump on the freeway a little early than I normally do. No, I'm not driving. You can't see me driving. I am not driving. You know what I mean? That's a green screen. Yeah, but yeah, like I say, man, they popped that indictment, and Diddy. Now that's the crazy part, right? Because if you look at Diddy, I don't really remember throughout his whole career. I don't remember throughout Diddy's whole career where he been arrested before. I don't think he been in custody before. So now you talking about a situation where you got a multi-millionaire that's used to living a certain lifestyle. Now he cuffed sitting in a cell. And that right there is it's gonna be an adjustment period for him, man. It's gonna be a truly an adjustment period for P. Diddy to adjust to life in jail. You know what I mean? Because he's been at the top for so long and living this luxury lifestyle. It's gonna break him down, man. He gonna go through a emotional roller coaster, and I'm pretty sure he in there on the phone blowing that phone bill up. You know what I mean? If anybody done been incarcerated before, that little line that you call. I'm not. It'd be Teller. It'd be something. It's a Teller something company that they run the jails with. OP Diddy about to run up a phone bill that's outrageous. He not gonna get off the phone. You know what I mean? That man's stressing. He need to call his lawyers. He need to call everybody. You know what I mean? He's stressing. He's trying to figure out a way to get from up under this. Man, I got a gang of money. Man, I want to just be back on the street. But it might not happen. Will he bail out? I don't know. If he bail, they probably gonna give him a man. Man, his bill gonna be high because they do not want him to get out. But then let's think about it. And I don't think a lot of you guys are even it's not really the same kind of charges, but you got that young white guy that got caught up in that Bitcoin Ponzi scheme. I forget the young dude's name, but he made a whole bunch of money off Bitcoin, and he faces similar charges. Now, P. Diddy case has some form of violence in it, which that's what make it a little different. But at the same time, that white boy, he's out on the street. He's facing similar numbers. You know, he almost got like a Bernie Madoff type case. So, and if I ain't mistaken, Bernie Madoff was fighting his case from the street. But and for a small stint, R. Kelly was on the street. He had got indicted the first time, and he was put in custody, and then you seen R. Kelly get out. I remember that news segment where R. Kelly was on. His lawyer picked him up, and R. Kelly got back out on the street. So will P. Diddy have that opportunity? I'm not. He probably will, because like I said, R. Kelly was able to go in custody. We heard all his charges. We knew he was going to be down. He was facing something serious. But then out of nowhere, R. Kelly was back out of jail. His lawyer picked him up. I remember when he stopped and talked to the news for a split second, R. Kelly really didn't want to say much. And then he was off because he was free. But then what happened is, I think another state indicted R. Kelly again, and that put him back in custody. And I think at that point, to be honest, I feel like R. Kelly didn't bail out again because he realized what they was doing. They gon' sit me down in jail. I'm a celebrity. I'm playing with some money. I don't think R. Kelly money ain't as long as P. Diddy's. But, he playing with some bread, and then they sit you in there and tell you, well, hey, look, your bail $2 million. When you first get locked up, you a millionaire. You like, man, you know what, man? You don't give them that $2 million. I got to get out. You know what I mean? The lawyer probably already told you he need $2 million to fight the case. So R. Kelly paid that $2 million, probably got out, gave the lawyer his millions, and then right when he got out, another state indicted him, and now he's back in there with another $2 million bill. And R. Kelly probably realized that's why that second time you just see R. Kelly get out, because he probably realized, okay, I see what y'all finna do. Y'all finna keep trying to make me bail out for all these millions, and then file another charge on me in another state and keep me bailing out until I'm broke. You know what I mean? And R. Kelly, I think R. Kelly threw his hands up and say, you know what? This time right here, man, I'm not even about to leave, because once it's all said and done, I'm gonna have to do some time off this, and I want to be able to live kind of comfortable in jail. So let me keep my paper I got, and go on and sit down. But P. Diddy money is a little bit different to that, and I don't think he's gonna have multiple state indictments. I feel like his indictment came down out of New York, and I think that's about where it's gonna be at. Even though he got homes in Miami, Florida, and he got homes in other places, but I don't know if they're gonna indict him in multiple states. They could indict P. Diddy in multiple states, because that's how they play with your money. They might sit P. Diddy down in there. Now his heart pounding. He want to get out. He just need to be out so he can think about it, and get his head wrapped around all this. And then they tell you, well, hey, look, your bill $25 million. P. Diddy bailing out off that. Bam. Then you bail out. They let you stay out 2 weeks. And then here come Florida with another federal sealed indictment. Now you back in jail for that. And then you sitting there for a minute. And then they tell you, yeah, we still talking about Diddy. Yeah, Diddy got caught, man. Yeah, John. I mean, we knew this was coming, right? But at the same time, when they ran up in his house, what was you thinking, and what was the public thinking? They didn't charge him with nothing, so we thought, what? P. Diddy got all that money. They can't do nothing with that boy. But guess what? They got you, brother. You know what I mean? And I'm not supporting it or against it. I mean, it's his situation, but I'm definitely gonna cover it, But Diddy, you in trouble, bro. You in trouble. You got Cassidy, that beautiful singer. I remember Cassidy. Cassidy was beautiful. She made good music, and I don't know, she was messing with Diddy, and that's one thing Diddy always had a problem with. He would always find these young, beautiful singers and get involved with them sexually. Like almost like he couldn't sign you to his label if he didn't have an attraction to you, or something like that. Or if you wasn't willing to play ball with him, in a sexual manner, P. Diddy wouldn't sign you. But none of us in our wildest dreams could imagine that Cassidy was going through all that with Diddy. Whenever we saw them in the public, she was dressed real nice. She was smiling. P. Diddy was promoting her music. She looked it very natural standing next to him. You couldn't see where the miss was at. You know what I mean? Until she came out with it. That's why when she came out with the allegations, everybody was kind of like, what? Like you couldn't believe, like, damn, did he be doing all that? Yeah, he be doing all that. You know what I mean? Yeah, did he love him young, man? And but a lot of older men, if you are in a position of power, we all like them like that. If you 45, 50, who don't want a beautiful 25-year-old on their shoulder? For a man, that's a good thing. You 50 years old, you got a 27-year-old supermodel. Even if she's not a supermodel, she got the looks of somebody way above average. So this is what Diddy attracted to. But what Diddy done is, once he gets you in his grabs, he got a character defect. This dude has he's a, I mean, you almost want to say he a predator, but it's not with minors. These are grown women that's in relationships with him. The same woman that got the allegations on him is the same woman we see him in traffic with. We see him at functions. She out in the public. If she wanted to be away from him, she could just let his hand go and disappear right then. She stayed with him, but to be honest with you, it'd be the lifestyle. That'd be the problem. A lot of people, they get drawn into that lifestyle. Diddy staying in mansions, you eating at the best hotels. I'm pretty sure he waking up, he got a personal chef inside the house. You wake up, you just go downstairs. You got somebody in the kitchen asking you, what do you want to eat this morning? I want an omelet, and potatoes. They going to cook. I mean, people become accustomed to this, but you can't afford it yourself. So, what if you was dealing with somebody that, was kind of like that, but this guy was a multi-millionaire and you never wanted for nothing else while you was messing with this person? Would you put up with that? Justin Bieber. Yeah, Justin Bieber, Justin Bieber kind of got some allegations. Justin Bieber, but one thing I will say about Justin Bieber, whatever happened to Justin Bieber, I ain't gonna say, but he kept it solid, man, because you really didn't hear much else about that. Justin Bieber, you really didn't hear nothing else about that. Yeah, I'm jamming on the work, man. I'll be all right. This is what I do, man. I gotta cover this. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. But P. Diddy, they unsealed the indictment, man. They got him on, drug charges, sexual charges. Man, they got him on violence. They got P. Diddy on a lot of things, man, and I'm pretty sure he's sitting up in there and his head is spinning. His head is spinning. Yeah, and it's sad what they done to Justin Bieber. But, you got to realize this goes all the way back with P. Diddy. P. Diddy, you got the Justin Biebers. You got Usher. You got SWV. You got that old group 112. You got Biggie Smalls. You got Little Kim, Faith Evans. You got so many artists that Diddy done dealt with over the years. It's not, I mean, you don't know who's gonna come forward this is just like I said in my video. If Diddy don't make bail, and they say, you know what, bail denied, you are a flight risk, you facing too much time, we not giving you no bail. Now, let's say they do that, I think a lot of other people is gonna come out and start saying, hey man, look, I really didn't want to say nothing. I feared Diddy, because a lot of people will believe that. You didn't want to say nothing because you feared him. You know, you feared retaliation. You know, people go in there in a minute and tell you that. You know, hey, I wanted to tell my story, but I feared retaliation. You know what I mean? So I really didn't want to come forward. But you know what? Now P. Diddy in custody, and I know that he can't, he can't really maneuver like he normally would. I'm gonna go and tell my story. This would happen to me, and somebody else gonna come out. This would happen to me. You know, then think about all the people. You know, think about the rappers that feel like he's cheated them on their contract. You know, rappers feel like they had a certain amount of money coming and P. Diddy never paid them. And they really didn't want to say nothing because of who he was, and they still was in the music industry trying to make a living, and they couldn't really afford to get on Diddy's bad side because of the repercussions. You know what I mean? So you could have a whirlwind of people who come out of the woolworths with allegations against P. Diddy about what he did negligently towards him. You know, P. Diddy is going to be in a whole lot of trouble. But, you know, like I say, will he pull a magnificent, his lawyers pull a magnificent defense and he walk? I can't say he gonna walk, but at the same time, man, you know, one thing I do know, and it's just past history of just hearing these charges like this be put on people, when you get that racketeering, that running a criminal organization, those charges right there is so hard to come from up under, because the way they charge you, the feds, they slick the way they charge you. See, let's say you driving in your car, they pull you over and it's a gun in the car. You're going to be charged with possession of a firearm. Now, see how the feds do it is they charge you with racketeering. That right there covers like 20 things. All we got to do is prove 1 out of 20 different things to stick you with racketeering. Then they say, oh, running a criminal organization. That gives us the leverage again to take one thing out of 25 things to prove that you was running a criminal organization. Sex trafficking. Okay, how they gonna pin him on sex trafficking? You got Cassidy saying he had me hiring male escorts. Bam, that's a witness. Like, so it's like, I mean, if they come at Diddy with something like, man, take these 25 years, Diddy damn near gonna have to take that. He damn near gonna have to take that. They come at him right now. Let's say they let the dust settle, everything get to going, the ball is rolling, and they say, look, Diddy, you facing life. With all this stuff that we got on you, man, you facing life. What we willing to do is, if you take 25 years, plead guilty to all charges, and take 25 years right now, we'll settle the case. Diddy almost gonna have to entertain that. I mean, I know he up in his years and he ain't gonna want to do it. Given that's the feds, that's probably a solid 20, if not more. But Diddy gonna have to entertain that 25, because at the end of the day, like Big Meech said, you know, and we gotta look at Big Meech, because Big Meech took 30. You know, he like, I could have fought my case, but you know, the max of my case was life in prison, or I could plead out to 30. He like, you know, you got about that. All it takes is one witness to get on stand, and you got life in prison. You know, so you might as well just understand that. Fighting this case, man, because I'm pretty sure in this courtroom, you probably got a witness right there waiting to get their time reduced by telling on me. And if he come out here and tell on me, I'm fit to get life in prison. You know what? Give me that 30 years, man. And I think P. Diddy gonna be in a similar situation. But like I say, Big Meech, he was built like that. You know what I mean? To the point where he made his mind up. You know what? I'm gonna go sit down. Now R. Kelly, we can say he's more of a celebrity singer, you know, actor, stuff like that, you know, / actor. I'm pretty sure R. Kelly did a few little small stints in some movies. He was too famous not to. But at the end of the day, R. Kelly, one of them Chicago boys. You know, he come up out of Chicago. You know, he been around, and R. Kelly made his mind up too. You know what? I'm gonna go and plead out on this man and take this time. You know, I can't beat him. You know what I mean? So, I'm getting the type of time where I possibly can come home one day. So, you know, will P. Diddy do that? We don't know. We don't know if he built like that. You know, we don't know if he built like that. Diddy accused of supplying young guys to Cuba Goody Jr. Didn't know Cuba is gay. Yeah, Cuba Goody Jr. And that's one of my favorite black actors too, man. I was surprised to hear P. Diddy had these dudes at his house like that. But you know, P. Diddy, I mean, think about it, man. If you like to kick it and party and hang, and you know, we all got friends that we go out to the clubs with or whatever we do, you know, and then you got a friend that's rich, and on a weekend he throw a party, and when you go over there, man, you know, he got Hennessy, Patron, all the whiskey, all the food, all the finger foods on the table, you know, a chef sitting over there making tacos fresh on the grill, you know, whatever you want, all accommodations. He got the weed sitting around. He got all the little stuff you love to enjoy. You just in his house kicking it. You know, you probably looking at a few people that's there like, damn, she look young. Like, but I mean, you in there enjoying yourself. This his house. You know, and a lot of times when you got friends that's wealthy like that, you're not in a personal business. You know, you just kind of there to enjoy yourself. So I'm pretty sure Cuba Gooding Jr. and a lot of them was in there enjoying themselves. Now, is it a lot of stuff going on in there? Yeah, Diddy living in probably you know how they be when they living in their mega mansions. You know, he probably in a 12-bedroom, 8-bath house. You know what I mean? House so big, it could be some shit going on the whole other side of the house. It's people on that side you didn't even know was there. You didn't even see them. You leave out the party the next day, you see somebody talking about, man, that Diddy party was lit last night. You didn't even see them. The house so big, you didn't even see them in the area. So it's like, you know, Cuba Gooding Jr., I was surprised he was in there, but he is one of my favorite black actors, man. I really enjoyed the movies he was in. But, you know, Diddy, man, his reach, you know, he done had Snoop up in there, man. You know, ain't no telling. Dr. Dre, we already done heard about Jay-Z and Beyonce. I'm pretty sure Rihanna done been up in there, man. You know, his boy Meek Mill done been up in there. Ross, 50. I mean, well, no, I ain't gonna say 50 because 50 and Diddy, I don't think they get along. But I mean, it's just so many actors done been up in there. You know what I mean? Will Smith. You know, I'm pretty sure. Man, it's just everybody, man. So it's like, you know, that's a tough scenario right there, man. But Diddy definitely, he's not getting up from up under this. My cousin is married to one of Diddy's old business partners. He did marketing for Ciroc. Oh, okay, yeah, man. But like I say, we can sit back and talk about Diddy, right? But to a certain extent, we know this is a businessman, right? And it's a lot of people who is employed by Diddy that has nothing to do with none of this. You know, so that's gonna be tough on those people. You know what I mean? They jobs are probably gone, unless it's gonna be somebody else out running this business. They say Diddy was closing his a lot of his endeavors. You know what I mean? You know, they say he was selling shares, so I'm pretty sure he probably dumped all his shares in Ciroc. I'm pretty sure a lot of people came to Diddy trying to buy a lot of stuff that he owned, especially people who got a lot of money. They're like, okay, well, Diddy about to go to jail, man. Let me try to buy his 25% in Ciroc or his 50% shares in Ciroc. You know, given these allegations, a lot of companies don't like to do business with you when your name starts to get smutted like that. Because what it does, it messes up your brand. You know, you could say 20% of Ciroc sales could have been off the fact that Diddy would put it in his videos. You know, now you got people that don't want to drink the alcohol because it's associated with him. Diddy, you know, I remember back in the day, he had the Sean John clothing line. I think it's still around a little bit, but that was a very popular clothing line. Back when 50 Cent had G-Unit clothing. You know, P. Diddy, he been around a long time, man, and you hate to see a fall from grace like that. You definitely do, man. I really hate to see a fall from grace like that because he is a brother. But right is right and wrong is wrong. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna support your bullshit. You know what I mean? If P Diddy, getting in parties, you getting too drunk. You know what I mean? You doing shit to people, and when a person is rich, bro, they get real arrogant, bro, and they be doing shit that they ain't supposed to do, and they know they ain't. But because they in a position where can't nobody do nothing to them, just like that one guy came forth and say that he was at the Diddy mansion and some cat got shot up in there. You know what I mean? And when he got shot, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he said the police showed up. They cleaned up the scene and did all that, and police left, and ain't damn motherfucker in the house got no charges. You know what I mean? You got to understand that this is how it is for the rich and famous, bro. Motherfucker in your house get shot, police pull up, you tell them some old fliggers ass allegations. Oh man, whoop the whap bop, boo wop wop. The motherfucker who in there shot, he's scared to death to admit the truth because he know he gonna be blackballed. So he lied, man. I was playing with a gun and shot myself. Man, they shot you because you probably didn't want to do what they wanted you to do. You know what I mean? So, police pull up, ain't no telling what's going on. Diddy might come outside with a bag with $50,000 in it. Man, this was just a misunderstanding. Whoop the whack. Some of them officers, that's probably half of his salary for a year, if not like more than half. Diddy come out and give him a bag with 50,000. They come clean up the scene and cut. They ain't, money a motherfucking tool, man. And it helped these guys get away with a lot of stuff. But one thing you gotta realize, and somebody said this on my video, they commented, is that, just like Bill Cosby, Bill did have some money. Now, when they grabbed Bill, did Bill have Pete Diddy money? I don't think so. I don't know who more wealthy, Bill Cosby or Pete Diddy. You know what I mean? But Bill Cosby definitely wasn't broke. You know what I mean? And he had to accept those charges. But this was an older man who, he had allegations stemming from so long ago. I don't even understand how they got Bill Cosby on that. But Pete Diddy is definitely more young, more energetic, and definitely willing to fight a lot harder than Bill Cosby did. You know what I mean? But Bill Cosby got towed up. R. Kelly got towed up. You know what I mean? And I think, to be honest, I'm not justifying what P. Diddy done, but it be a lot of times these celebrities meet these young ladies, and these young ladies are probably not attracted to this guy. They're attracted to his wealth and status. And then they turn around and have some dealings with this guy. And second, he don't want a relationship with you. He just wanted to have fun. These women will turn right back around and say you've done something wrong because you don't want to be with them. And you got to watch out for that, fellas. Ladies will definitely do that. When you wealthy and they want to be with you and you just trying to have fun, they will come with some false allegations. I'm going to go back live when I get my truck. I'm just pulling up to my job. This is the Aaron L. Show. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I definitely will be back to finish talking about this P. Diddy allegations. I'm about a quarter mile from pulling up to my job. You guys know when I'm at work, I do go live to tell you about what I'm doing for the day, and just give you information about truck driving. I am a local truck driver, but we definitely gonna follow this P. Diddy information. This shit gonna get juicy. You know what I mean? And we gonna follow it all the way through. I appreciate you guys for watching my live. I definitely will be back live. I think they got us coming in early because we have a meet this morning. I appreciate you guys for watching. I will see you later. Stay tuned on more P. Diddy information. Thank you. Let me see, can I cut this motherfucker off, man?